Hi, I'm an Australian living here in Belarus, and I've told you a couple of times already just how weirdly honest things are. People are so sincere, there's so much integrity, it's so safe, there's just no petty crime here at all. And certain things happen here, and you just like, that could only happen in Belarus, like really. I'll give you a couple of examples. So one is I was at a bar, and I'm kind of a regular at this bar, not really, but regular enough for them to know me. And I was there with a buddy, and we just had a couple of drinks, and then we split the tab. So I gave some rubles, my friend gave some rubles. Now, if you're in a bar anywhere else in the world and you pay cash, you check your change, right? It's a notorious kind of venue to be ripped off, basically. So people are trying to shortchange you, the bartender shortchange you, they know you're drunk, you're a tourist, whatever it is. But I've actually gotten out of this habit in Belarus because I know the chance of being shortchanged is like 1 in 1 million. Probably not even that, right? So I've kind of gotten out of the habit. But on this occasion, she brought back the little box thing with our change in there. And I just counted for some reason. I don't know why. Just some old habit came back to me. And I realized that she'd given me too much change. And by quite a bit too. And by a really unusual amount. Like, it's like, how could you have miscalculated that? It's really weird. Like, it wasn't like she gave me a 20 instead of a 10. It was like she gave me like 17 instead of 4 or something like that. Just how did you come up with that? And then same with my friend. I'm like, I'll check yours as well. He's like, oh, she's giving me too much as well. She gave us both too much. In total, she gave us back half of what we actually should have paid, right? It's like, okay, only in Belarus would this happen. It's always the other direction, right? It's always going the other way. So I'm like, hey, call the girl over. It's like, oh, you gave us too much, right? And she thought that we were questioning her, saying that she didn't give us enough. And anyway, we clarified it, and she's kind of embarrassed. It's like a saving face thing, you know what I mean? But at the same time, like, this is probably like 3 hours salary for her, you know? And it's, yeah, it's Belarus. It's just such an honest, trusting place. And chances are, if she does that all the time, people just tell her and give the money back to her, right? This is the kind of place it is, and it's just bizarre. And as I say, that, look, it could happen in other places, small towns, that kind of stuff. But in terms of a big city like Minsk, it could really only happen here, or only likely to happen here, especially in a big inner city venue that's got lots of anonymity and whatever. The recipe, the ingredients for dishonest behavior to enable it anyway, just not going to happen here. The second one was a friend of mine was out with his girlfriend, and they were in one bar. And for some reason, she left her phone on the bench. And then they left like on the bar or whatever, like a bar kind of area, not the bar, but a bench top space. Left the phone there. She forgot. Fast forward maybe 2 hours. She's like, oh my goodness, my phone. I must have left it in the first bar. So they go back to the first bar. They go in there. It's busy. It's pumping. There's people everywhere. And there's the phone just sitting there. All these drunk people around, and no one took the phone. And this is Belarus. No one will steal it. Like, I'm surprised someone didn't pick it up and give it to the barman, but it was just sitting there. So it's not my business. Whoever's it is will come and get it. Why would I even think about it, right? This is kind of how it works here. And it's just mind-blowing. And as a foreigner here or someone living here, I just appreciate this so much, you know. And I know I'm letting my guard down a lot. I know wherever I happen to go next week or the year after or whenever I leave here, I know I'm going to have to retrain my brain again to be a bit more suspicious and careful of things, right? But while I'm here, I just don't need to be. This is a pretty short video, so what I'm going to do is give you a bonus. I'm going to give you some extra footage that I shot just yesterday, July 3, 2022. It's like an Independence Day kind of thing going on here, Victory Day, should I say, going on here, commemorating World War II and the incredible personal loss that the country incurred. I believe more than half the men were slaughtered in war, which is just incredible. It's hard to even imagine such numbers. And of course, Minsk was just absolutely flattened. And the whole thing now that I'm living in now is this kind of post-World War II construction by the communist regime of the Soviet Union at the time. So here's some footage. It's really cool. I'm not sure if a lot of the youth even are that kind of, caring too much about the reason for it, but I haven't seen Minsk like this before. People really came out. People were in party mode, food, beer, dancing. So here's some footage of some of the stuff I took yesterday. Here's a bit of bonus footage for you. I shot this on Victory Day, 3rd of July, of course, Victory Day. Some draniki and a sausage. Really good vibes, I have to say. Really party atmosphere, celebrating. I'm not sure if you know the history of Belarus, but basically in World War II, Minsk just got flattened and something like 50% of the men in the country were killed. I mean, just, you can't even fathom this kind of carnage, you know. Anyway, they're all kind of here enjoying the day, the evening, lots of food, lots of beer. Real mix of just everybody, some foreigners, mainly locals, family, friends, all this kind of stuff. So I'll just film around for a couple of minutes so you can see.
Молодцы! Отлично! Вот, это то, что надо. Так. Ну, следующая песня такая же по энергетике. Давайте приготовим все фонарики. Все. Давайте откроем звезды свои и раскачаем. Раскачаем эту площадь! Раскачаем Минск! Еще раз, пожалуйста.